Fishing is a great way to spend your time in the outdoors in Kansas. Anybody can do it, including small children. Today, I'm taking my friend Colby and her 2.5-year-old son, McCoy, on a great fishing trip here in Kansas. Let's see if we can put a large smile on a little boy's face. Safety is always the #1 priority anytime you do something outdoors, and that includes fishing with your children. Always teach the kid to carry the rod and reel properly, upright, hook secured, pointing forward. If you're out on a boat, remember, life jackets are always a good idea, and they're mandatory in the state of Kansas for children. If you're on shore or on a dock, you also might want to bring some bug spray with you, and sunscreen is highly advised all the time. In Kansas, those that are 16 and older need a fishing license. Parents, if you're working with your children and you're helping in any way by casting the line, baiting the hook, you're going to need a fishing license too. Fortunately, you can buy one at many of the hundreds of bait shops we have around Kansas or at ksoutdoors.com. Your fishing success with a child will always go up if they have the proper tackle with them. One of the best ways to get them started is with a spin cast reel. That's the kind where you just push the button. When you take your thumb off, it releases the line. These are less likely to tangle and easy for a child to use. I like a small hook, like a size 4, 6, or 8, and tiny split shot that clamp on the line to hold bait down in the water. You have a float that helps you determine when you're getting a bite. One of the best knots you can know, and one of the strongest, is the improved clinch knot. Thread the line through the eye of the hook, then you wrap the short end around the main line 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You take the end and take it back through the loop you've created right above the hook, just like that. Now you take the end and go back through the loop that you just made. Hold the end of the loop and the line, squeeze, slide the knot down. Fishing with kids, it's always hard to beat the good old reliable earthworm. You can dig them yourself from your garden, which a lot of kids like, or stop at a bait shop. Once you have your hook tied on and the worm baited on the hook, the next thing is to set your bobber on the line. Don't make the mistake of fishing too deep. Start off trying maybe 2 feet and secure the bobber there. If you're fishing with a small child, you may need to help them or actually make the cast for them. Make your cast smooth, making sure there's nobody behind you, and release your thumb when the rod is pointed out over the water. Look along the shoreline. Fish are usually close to shore. Look for rocks, maybe some flooded weeds, or a tree overhanging the water, and put your cast there. Take the slack out of your line by reeling just till the bobber barely moves. When a bobber starts to bounce, get ready. When it goes underwater, you're in business and it's time to set the hook. Setting the hook means when the bobber goes under or you feel a jerk on the pole, you want to snap the rod tip back. That actually helps the hook get deeper into the fish. When you feel a fish, set the hook, keep the line tight and keep reeling. Don't let it have slack. Keep the rod down and let the fish fight. Get them over the edge. Do not reel the fish all the way up to the end of the rod. Leave yourself some line so you can lift it up. Once the fish is out of the water, you want to open your bail so you have plenty of slack. Get a good grip on the fish, and then the hook goes right back out the same hole it came in. There's a lot of ways to hold a fish. If they've got a large mouth, like a bass or a green sunfish, you can just hold them by the lower lip. If it's a smaller mouth fish like a bluegill or a crappie, hold it right behind the gills. See if your kids want to touch it. If they don't, that's fine. You don't want to force them to do anything they don't want to. Sometimes if you hold the fish, they'll touch the tail, and that's a good way to start. If it's a fish you're going to keep, make sure it's of legal length if there are length limits. Keep it alive as long as possible and fresh. You can keep it on a stringer in the water, or you can keep it on ice in an ice chest. If you're releasing fish, it's a good idea to get them back fairly soon. Head pointed out, gently let it back into the water. Fishing is fun, easy, and inexpensive, but be sure to keep up with current state regulations. It's easily done at travelks.com.